In the Kybalion, it tells us that everything is dual, everything has poles, everything has its pair of opposites. Like and unlike are but the same. Opposites are identical in nature, but different in degree. Extremes meet all truths, but are not half-truths. And all paradoxes may be reconciled. The Kybalion. The principle of polarity is not too difficult to grasp, to be honest. The All, in its infinite wisdom, manifests things in twos. Everything is dual in nature. Man, woman, up, down, inner, outer, hot, cold, etc. The key to mastery and effectiveness of this law is the understanding that the only difference between these perceived opposites is a matter of degree. The law of polarity teaches that the pairs or opposites can be reconciled, and thesis and antithesis are actually identical in nature, just different in degree. Therefore, spirit and matter are also the two poles of the same thing. It shows that the all and the many are the same, just varied in degree of mental manifestation. Heat and cold are identical in nature, the difference being a matter of degree measured by a thermometer. Light and darkness are also poles of the same thing, with many degrees between them. Now, on the mental plane, you have love, hate, fear, courage, like, dislike. The point to this law is to understand that as a master, you can transmute the undesirable thought or feeling by strongly focusing on its opposing force. So, for example, if one's feeling fearful, you'll transmute that by consciously focusing on courage. Likewise, if one's finding themselves slothful, this can be transmuted and turned into active and energetic vibrancy through focusing on polarisation. Now, I'll just take you to a little reading on this law. This is taken from the Kybalion, and it states, the student who is familiar with the processes by which the various schools of mental science, etc., produce changes in the mental states of those following their teachings, may not readily understand the principle underlying many of these changes. When, however, the principle of polarity is once grasped, and it is seen that the mental changes are occasioned by a change of polarity, a sliding along the same scale, the matter is more readily understood. The change is not in the nature of a transmutation of one thing into another thing entirely different, but is merely a change of degree in the same things, a vastly important difference. For instance, borrowing an analogy from the physical plane, it is impossible to change heat into sharpness, loudness, highness, etc. But heat may readily be transmuted into cold simply by lowering the vibrations. So, just to wrap up, I really like that analogy because you can't turn heat into sharpness. They're completely different things. And it's just about understanding and identifying if you are in an undesirable frame of mind or situation, what is that opposite end of that spectrum or polarity? And then using your mental mind consciousness, power of visualizations and transmutation to focus your mind and your energy on the desirable energy, emotional outcome. And the consciousness will carry the energy and will bring the intention and the desired outcome into fruition. So like I said, it's quite an easy, not easy, but a less deep law. And I hope you all got something from that. Until next time.